confidence, so look for them to try to bounce back here. And Silas Demery added that this is a team that's resilient, so that's what we're going to look for, guys.
And Newell gets the first.
Swing. They are so good at that on the weak side, getting an open jumper.
And I love the jab that Newell got his feet in the paint, which collapsed the defense and aced the ball. He knew he was on the side by himself, Hickman, and he just played him to go to the middle.
Battle missed the three. Surreal with the rebound.
When you get that one-on-one defensively, force him back into help.
Yep.
Newell thought about the three again, spinning in the paint, left-handed shot, banks it home. He has, but again, second straight game that he started. And he'll start this second half. Georgia with the basketball as we begin the second half. The right to move on to face the #1 team in the Midwest region, the Houston Cougars. Luke Kane goes to a cutting LeFew inside for Newell. Quick spin move, Hop cuts him off. And Asa Newell gets the roll.
You let him.
Yeah, is that good basketball or what? The ball touched the paint, it got sprayed around, it went side to side, and then a big sitting out there by himself knocked it down.
Absolutely gorgeous. How about that? Good ball move.
When you run through it, kind of not at full speed a day before game.
This is how good Gonzaga's offense is, right? Georgia has been known as a great defensive team, strong up front, great offensive rebounding team. As
gear that most guys don't. Demery was right there with his hands. Difficult shot, offensive rebound, no good. There's Asa Newell. He'll launch from three. That looked perfect. Shot it without it. It is well made. 6-12 to the rest of the country, non-SEC. As Kane comes up just a little bit short. It's going to be a hard number for people to swallow. Finally, the third. Shot out of there by Elvis. LeFew fade. Too strong. Newell man got away with a push-off. He gets the offensive rebound and soft.
Now that Georgia student section is as good as any student section in this league.
Yeah, too much dribbling in. That ball deflected away by LeFew. Here comes Newell. Up and in. Yeah, it is so soft, isn't it? Underneath to get an offensive rebound, and they've gone cold right now.
Well, they can't get offensive sensitive. Talking about Oklahoma, they better guard. And to Molly's report, it's all about what do they do with Silas Demery. Can they shut off his water for 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's a soft touch for Newell. He goes right over his defender.
If they wanted a good shot, they will take a bad shot that goes in anytime. It was a much-needed three in that possession.
Newell will rise. High arcing three. Splashed at the window. And the lead is 10. Newell got his man up in the air, and he avoided contact. 3 of 3 from the stripe. Silas Demery, 22 points in the game. Too strong. Newell the rebound. Right back up, and he's got a chance for 3. 6-point game. Kane will drive all the way to the basket, miss it. Newell's there for the follow-up, and Mike White's
play tournament, and again, a win today would all but clinch it.
And Mike White rolling the dice a little bit. Asa Newell back on the floor.
And obviously believes they need that young man to play with 2 fouls. Vanderbilt has been up to the challenge here in the early going. We've already had 5 lead changes, 3 ties. Vandy has led by as many as 5 points. Newell showing some outside range and touch. One of the many reasons
Not even have a teammate there.
Newell, Euro. The lefty finishes with the second attempt. Shot clock ticking away under 5. Lawrence just throws it up there. Newell, a flat-footed rebound.
Coming back strong. That is the Gamecocks. Can't convert, but right at the rim.
Pringle took a moment to gather himself, but then a little too much English. South Carolina had to hustle back after it ended up with Blue Kane. Newell had a lane, lays it up and off the window. Colin Murray Boyles lets a 3-ball fly, left it short. The rebound to Demery.
Don't see Colin Murray Boyles taking a lot of threes, but he's capable of doing that.
Newell working inside against Murray Boyles into a 19-point win over the Razorbacks.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a good block there by LeFew on Ugasuk. You don't see many 3-point shots get blocked, but he elevated out there and got that shot.
Newell guarded by Pringle down low. Asa Newell working inside, goes up off the glass.
Man. He is 11th on our ESPN NBA draft board, and he's got his first points. Trims the margin to 1 here in the first half in this crucial game on both sides. A couple of teams 5-10 in the loaded SEC, and hovering right at that bubble cut line per Joe Lunardi. Here's Blue Kane. Got off to a fast start in this game if you weren't with us early. Newell, he's got his first points.
Jason Kent doing a nice job trying to fight with Asa Newell inside.
Offensive rebound, and Newell gets the bucket off the field. Trouble on both sides in that first half. And for Georgia, Asa Newell didn't play the final 7:45 of the first half with his 2 fouls. He and Silas Demery both out there with 2. And Newell goes right to work from long. 2-run in the last 4 minutes for Texas. LeFew on the baseline. A runner swirls out, but Newell cleans it up.
6 straight. They have won 9 of their last 10. Meanwhile, Georgia has dropped 9 of 11. That was after they won 9 of 10. And Bulldogs will have the first opportunity to put some points on the board. Dylan James gets tied up on that low block. Inside to Newell, the freshman, with a throwdown.
In practice today.
Al, he'll try to line up a 3. Good box out by James. Godfrey will get it to Newell. He'll shoot for 3. He's got it.
Some turnovers.
Condon, little pick and roll game. Lost the handle going up. Newell. He thought about it. Handlocked and trying to defend him. And Newell strong to the basket. That's just Asa with 5 rebounds and 7 points here in the first half. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Lawrence back to Newell. Another 3 on the way, and he buries that one. Asa Newell.
League, I should say, in college basketball this season. The SEC will likely set a record in NCAA tournament teams this year. Georgia certainly hoping that that record extends and includes them. Asa Newell's been quiet today. He had 23 last time out. Goes to his right and shoves it in. 19 for Broome and a couple of 3s. It's a 10-point Auburn advantage. Largest lead of the game for the Tigers. Contested 3 is good from Asa Newell.
Is so much better for Auburn to sneak into the paint there and slip for Caldwell.
Auburn shooting 60% from the floor in the second half, nearly doubling the first half rate. Asa Newell with the 3.
Well, the percentage.
Georgia shooting just 38% a game. And they are now 5 of 16 from 3, but Newell.
Corner 3 at the end of the shot clock. You get the floater there. It's a different ball game if they collect those defensive rebounds.
Asa Newell knocks down enough down the home stretch. Kane off balance 3. Newell follow jam. Nobody got a body on the.
His name is going to be called early in the upcoming NBA draft.
Missouri likes to trap in the corner.
Kane up top, hounded by Bates. Kane finds Newell inside, little left-handed hook shot, nice touch. And it obviously speaks for itself. Georgia again has a tough time inbounding it. Into Newell, to Demery, and back up top with the shot clock down to 7. Nice pass. Great is Asa Newell.
Georgia got lucky. They had no idea who was supposed to guard Allen in transition.
Newell inside, soft, feathery touch. Spent some time in the SEC as the head coach at South Carolina. Mixing the defenses in and out of zone, this time back in it. Georgia has not hit a three as of yet, 0 for 5. Newell's got to fire it up. Newell at the buzzer, hits it! Is this game in February or March? Because it feels like March to me. Everything about it. And that's what we love about this time of year. You start getting that March feel. Newell tomahawks plays over. You must meet him with more physicality outside the paint. So strong, so versatile, so good. Mark Mitchell, number 25 in black. Pass down low. Newell continues his from deep. That's his 10th made three of the year. I got to believe that Georgia can live with that. What a pickup in the portal to get Mark Mitchell out of Duke. How about Newell with a little guard skills? Booker guarded by Mitchell. Trying to lob it into Newell. Newell mismatch. And that one, you can chalk it up as a win. Demery steps into another three. Newell fights for the rebound. Takes it on Gray! Sure enough, they've already hit 8 threes. They're 11 of 12 from the free throw line. That is really rare. But Missouri has that combination, and they've displayed it all year long. Alley-oop pass, Newell. Late in the year, probably going to have to steal one on the road and continue to take care of business at home.
They have their bye next, so they only have 5 games left. 3 of those 5 will be away from Alabama.
Georgia the other way. Got Kane streaking instead. The layup is missed. Newell gets it, and Newell stuffs it.
What a pass!
Payne finishes it off. Demery bounce pass. Newell. Ways in that. Dogs at 16 and 7, 4 and 6 in league play. Mississippi State at 16 and 6. They are 4 and 5 in conference play, ranked 22nd in the country. Newell wide open, top of the key three, perfect.
What a treat! What a treat, folks, to watch this.
Averaging 17.5 points a game, 5th in the conference, 2nd in three-point percentage. Newell, big hop step, got it.
Play did not go all the way into the body, could have drawn a charge. Georgia now needs a bucket, Dave. Again, stretched back out to 8 points.
Yeah, 8-0 run right now by Mississippi State. Asa Newell will line one up. Got it.
Him in the corner when the switch happened, but he didn't have a hold of the ball to get the shot off.
Demery to Newell.
His mind is just tap us on the shoulder and say, be quiet.
With the blue cane, tap us on the shoulder.
Yeah.
They'll dump it into Godfrey. Demery.
Demery's had a great second half.
Newell, his third three from...
try to force the issue and get into the pace game with Alabama. Makes it difficult.
Newell muscles it up there.
And advantage of the 2 fouls of Asa Newell, not wanting to pick up a third early on.
Offensive rebound for the freshman. He goes right at Nelson and puts it in.
That's beautiful.
With Blue Kane down the floor.
And that's an impressive power jump right there by Mark Sears as that matchup's getting physical on the perimeter. Got all the way to the paint and exploded in the air to finish.
Newell. Great spin with the left-hander now after he missed the first month coming back from injury.
You can tell that the game is played at a different pace for Chris Youngblood. He sees things before they happen.
If you're Mike White.
Well, the biggest thing is it's tough to win on the road in the SEC. And Georgia has had their struggles when they go and play teams. And for their sake, they played some top-level teams in their opposing arena. So it's a challenge. But this is a team come March that you don't want to see in a matchup because of their physical style.
What a move by Asa Newell.
As Clifford Amore makes a reverse layup, Mike White led this team deep into the NIT. They come back, played some really good basketball in the non-conference and started off above 500 in SEC play. But some tough games on the road. But I'm telling you, the talent and physicality of this team is tough to deal with.
Paris and Coach Mike White for the Georgia Bulldogs talked about the fact that they had to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
You notice number 1, Dakota LeFew with the ball, making his first start this season. Previous 20 games, Mike White's rolled out the same starting 5. This is the first different first 5 that he's put out this year. 7 on the shot clock for the Dogs. Here's LeFew. Pocket pass to the freshman Newell for the first 2 of the game.
Before the defense is set up, but if it's not there, then they want to make sure they take their time and keep from turning over the basketball and get a good look.
Arden Conyers, 21 in black, seeing his first burn, misses his first shot. Defensive rebounding, a big point of emphasis for Mike White and the Dogs, and so far so good. Big-to-big passing, and Asa Newell has a dunk. Everybody in college basketball looking for experience, and youth is leading the Dogs. There's another South Carolina turnover, number 5 tonight. Now Newell working on Conyers. 2 feet in the paint, left hand jump hook is good.
Teams to adapt. You've got to be able to adapt, but I think the officiating is just fine. It'll continue to get better as the season goes on. But it's a hard league to officiate because of the athletes and the physicality.
Lots of teams really good at steals and blocks and playing defense with their hands. We've seen some of that tonight. A lot of toughness on display as well.
That's
Newell, that is off the window.
That's what you got to do if you're Colin Murray Boyles. Your team needs you. You got to earn your money. Like Rick Barnes said, you got to continue to attack the basket until they send the double team early. Something surreal came a little late that time.
First in the conference in field goal percentage, second in rebounding. Colin Murray Boyles, he has 9 tonight. Here's Newell going right back at him. The left hand is good. Nice left-handed layup by Zachary Davis. First 2 points of the second half for him.
Yeah, almost got the steal on the inbound pass as well. I like the pressure by South Carolina.
And Jamari Thomas just ran into a brick wall named Santo Surreal. Here's Lawrence, guarded by Conyers. They switch. Lawrence to Newell. 5 on the shot clock, and it's good. A dozen.
See if South Carolina goes back to their matchup zone. It's really a 1-3-1. Mike White did prepare his team for it at the shoot-around. We know Lamont Paris has used that to get back into and win quite a few games during his time in the SEC.
They did that last year inside Stegman Coliseum and walked out with a win, did the Gamecocks. That 3 is good from Ace.
The regular jump shot got caught in between.
Davis blocked by Dylan James. The block party continues.
Oh,
here's Newell all alone.
They've got 5 ranked wins already this season. They just beat Tennessee. They've got 3 wins over top 10. And
But sometimes you'll see a team take an opponent's best punch early and then punch back later.
Yes.
You just feel like, in a lot of ways, it was almost a knockout blow. It's a nice move by Newell.
Play just sensational. And a couple, you're just going to stink the joint up. And you're going to live in the other 28 games. Plays.
And without question, Tennessee would have to win a lower scoring game. By the way, Newell is starting to get more aggressive and starting
guards to attack the paint. I think that's their strength right now. I go back to the exhibition game when Bill Self left here and he said, we won't face 3 better guards all year than what we saw with Arkansas tonight. Now, one of those guys is gone, but he was talking about Boogie Flan and DJ Wagner, and that's still the strength of this Arkansas team.
Newell back on the floor. The early fouls yet to score. One of the top freshmen in America. Jump hook, splashes that one home.
Newell was not even close to being between the ball and the basket as a baseline out-of-bounds guy.
Stick back by Newell on the other end. LeFew without a bucket tonight. Newell inside, cleans it up, and a chance for 3. Shot clock at 7. Montgomery no good. Newell cleans it up again.
Yeah, can't let it happen. Arkansas is looking for turnovers right now.
Bud Walton alive again. We can see the look in Nelly Davis's eye on defense. More intensity, more emotion. Asa Newell, patient finish at the rack.
How good outside. When they don't have Janai Broome, they have so many other weapons that can light it up.
Yeah, they really do, and we haven't even seen Auburn's depth or bench come into play. But Georgia this year's got a much better bench as well, so I look forward to seeing those two go at it.
Asa Newell, he is so unselfish, but when he goes to the bucket, he will make you look silly.
Big step up right now, sure.
How about that pass from Newell showing you the vision? And now Georgia with the steal. LeFew finding Kane, trying to make something happen in transition. Here's Newell, and he's got the 3.
Now, the change here is Asa Newell, Justin absent. They need to be pounding the basketball inside. Dylan Caldwell's out of the basketball game. They need to take advantage by going to the paint.
There's Blue Kane. He went on a run to start the second half. Gives it up to Newell for 3. Got it. Inside with Newell.
You got to be able to score, big fella.
Off the mark. Tipped out by Godfrey. LeFew gets it back to Newell. Oh, watch out as Newell. He dishes it and he can take it.
He's
right?
matured so much since being thrown out that Yale game. I think it's one of the better narratives that we're not talking about in college basketball.
Newell with the and
Georgia used some time. They don't want to lose anything. If you're Georgia, you got to be judicious, but the clock is certainly your enemy right now.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Looking for Asa Newell inside. Back to the basket using that little hook. Gets to his strong hand and in.
But the pace benefits Georgia, and the main reason is because it keeps the crowd out of the game. I mean, you have a packed arena in here, but without the point production and getting up and down, the crowd is not able to be a factor, and Georgia is able to pinpoint offensive plays like that.
As Newell gets the
play there, coming off of the 2 drag screens, confused Georgia, and Cade Phillips was able to get freed up for the beautiful dish.
15-1 run now by the Vols. Newell, the triple, got it.
And that's what for the finish, phenomenal.
Sakai with 16 came from the corner. That's no good. There's Newell. And he cleans it up.
Bryson Goodine, you better get a hand in his face. He's coming off that game Wednesday. He hit 9 of 11 three-pointers. Dump off inside, and it's Asa Newell rocking. Pick and roll action with Godfrey. Extra pass inside, had it pinned. On the second chance, Asa Newell.
Up and take the load off of him so he gets it going.
1 second differential between shot and game clock. What's the key for this final possession for Georgia?
I think get the ball inside or get a drive to the basket. And if they take that away, a wide open three, I know I'm giving you multiple things, but it starts with attacking the basket.
Lawrence is cut off. Newell will have to do his work. Swooping through to the lane, and he's attacking the hoop. As he
Oklahoma's attack, I mean, he's been real physical. He's done a great job on the glass to balance that out.
Godfrey left all alone. Decides to hand it off to Demery Jr. Newell to the bucket, plus the foul. Use the screen from absent, pocket pass back to his big man, rolling off the rim. Newell with the rebound, count the bucket. Carr takes a peek, shot clock's at 4. Stripped, and there's the steal. Newell rising up and throws it down.
Have a missed shot, but Brea, that's not going to miss too many wide open threes.
At what point does Kentucky want to go on the clock?
You want to go around 8 if you're Dakota LaFew. Kentucky showing a little 1-3-1 defense here, trying to switch some stuff up.
Still isn't going anywhere yet. Clock is at 3. Here's Newell. He'll launch from deep, and he hits it to beat the buzzer at the half.
Phenomenal.
Kentucky continues to chip away at the lead.
Kentucky, this is the part of the game where you got to try to make a surge.
Newell had that big 3 to end the half, and this one he takes all the way to the look. How about this move from Mark Pope, putting Amari Williams back on the floor with 4 fouls. 3 ball. Newell, nothing but nylons. That might have been a double dribble on Montgomery. As they let that contact go, and Newell cleans it up and is now
really good at that.
Surreal working into the paint, draws some contact, missed the shot. There's another offensive rebound and a putback for that's a turnover. Ahead to Blue Cane, spin move, reverse, and Georgia gets another offensive board. Newell up and 1, chance for a 3-point play.
Deal there, champagne cocktail.
Run through steal, Asa Newell, dunk number 35 of the. Back to Newell in the post. Wide open in the corner, 3 on the way. It was halfway down, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound and a putback by Newell. Into the season under 60 as Demery drives in. Newell with a dunk at the end. 6.
Time answer, South Carolina State.
Yeah, making that extra pass. McKenzie known for a really good three-point shooter.
Here's Lawrence. I think something else we saw in Georgia's last couple possessions is Newell will drive. Great head fake there. The spin move and the lefty finishes. Second half now. Georgia within 3. Jones getting inside. Godfrey takes it away. The difference in the game right now, Johnson's 3 to end the first half. Here's Demery. The lob and the big two-hand alley-oop.
That's right.
And he just got them 4 points on their last 2 trips. So from 60-55 to 60-59. A little 1-2-2.
Coach Martin changing that defense, giving him a different look.
Here's
Lawrence penetrating too much.
Screen from Godfrey. Demery in the corner. They extend it with Jones. Double team. He's in a tough spot. Nice pass. Newell finishes and draws a foul. All right, South Carolina State down 7. McKenzie leaves it short. Race for the rebound. LaFew to Newell. Urgency here from South Carolina State. Look at Newell with the handles. Taking it all the way.
Possession right here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Breathes a little bit. Oh, and he missed it. Demery with the rebound. Georgia up 4. They still come with pressure, though. 100 seconds to go. 70-66, Georgia leading South Carolina State. A possessions game. LaFew guarded by Teal. Lawrence, Georgia's guards, been tremendous in the second half. Here's Godfrey. Great pass to Newell, and it's Georgia by 6.
And that offensive foul. Kelly coming off a monster game against North Alabama. 34 points and 14 rebounds in a loss to UNA. Demery working down the right side of the lane, kicks it out. Newell with the 3. He's got all 5 for Oden Jr. That's his third 3 of the ball game. He's got 11. And we've got a 3-point game.
Beautiful inside-out basketball.
Don't have a 3-point game anymore. On the year. 2 of 5 today. Georgia gets the ball back off the miss, and then Anstey. Tyron Lawrence goes right at Ololari, who's playing with 4 fouls. How about an offensive rebound? Bowl? Ohio State, Oregon in the Rose, Notre Dame, Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Of interest to a few people watching today.
Took it from him, and what a thunder duck, left no doubt.
Godfrey gets the rebound after the miss by Dunn. I think Georgia's really got Buffalo speeded up right now. Going back on their heels on defense. Ball goes to Godfrey in the paint. Newell sticks it in with the left. So maybe because it's a 30-plus point lead, because it looks clear to me that there was a big push-off in there by Jackson.
Well, we'll get a little leeway here with the score situation for sure. Buffalo just needs to keep playing hard, keep running their stuff, listen to coach, and get better, right? Just improve as the game goes on.
Lob inside Newell and puts it up and in. Yeah, I know everybody's concentrating on that oblong ball right now with the college football playoff, but the SEC is off to an incredible start. Lob up top and a finish by Newell. Deflected in the air. Another run-out dunk opportunity here for Georgia. Kane back to Newell. Nice and easy.
So you finish, get that crowd excited.
Godfrey misses the banker. Newell misses the putback. Newell keeps it alive and sticks it in.
With shooters, that's all they need. He didn't have much gap. That's the cleanest look he's had tonight.
And that was the 100th three-pointer of Sable's career. He's the fastest in program history to do it. Did it in 41 games.
Kudos to him. That's great.
Kane's the pump fake. Lob inside, and Newell banks it in. Michael tried to lob it over the top of the defense. Ill-advised pass right there, stolen by Georgia. Baseline, oh, nicely done. Cyril gets the shot.
Thrill right there. That's a great job.
Yeah, you got to do something different. If you go up the traditional way, you're going to get it stuffed in your face. So a little scoop shot here to surprise the defender a little bit. Make it a different angle.
Yes, sir.
10 on the shot clock. Cyril high over his head. Got a mismatch there. And dumps it off inside. And another assist for...
4 of those for Georgia here in the opening 5 minutes. Lawrence back the other way. Georgia on a run out. Tyron to Newell. Left-handed dunk.
Nice. You see the experience, and clearly that's one thing he has on his side.
The feud. Grad transfer out of Mount St. Mary's. Mason Newell. Shot clock, it's at 12. Newell for 3. That's an NBA 3.
It is. Both teams play a similar style.
Underneath to Newell. First time we've called his name this half.
And that was great concentration.
Boy, a couple of white jerseys there. Here's Newell in the open floor.
That was just upsetting the NCAA tournament. And that shot, putting Valparaiso on the map. And Bryce Drew and company.
Asa Newell. Wow. Top of the key, deep.
23 gets it to Brennan. Here's Coles, lines up a three. No good. Rebound to Tyron Lawrence.
Got a clean look, but a quick look. Good shot there. That's one that Coles wish he had back.
Grand Canyon going to play this one out. Shot clock goes under 20 seconds. Here's Demery. LeFew. Demery, 5 on the shot clock. Surreal sets the screen. Underneath to Asa Newell, hangs in the air, count it!
14.5 points per game, 8 games in.
Well, at 6'9" and guard skills, he has the ability to take his man one-on-one. He can get physical and finish at the paint. So he is the player for Notre Dame that has what I like to say, go get it, when Burton is not on this roster.
Oh, Newell, 2 hands.
Caught that one a little bit on the move, put his head down, and got all the way to the basket.
The coach's son, averaging more than 15 a game this year, Richard. A Notre Dame team that brought back almost everybody from a year ago, 86% of their scoring. So Shrewsbury, that's Father Shrewsbury, continues to build the foundation. Newell now has back-to-back.
On that jump hook to finish.
Georgia has owned the glass, especially on the offensive end, their first 8 games. Newell keeps the pivot foot.
Wow.
Really much of a score. He does not look to take too many shots. Lost it here. Another turnover.
Demery once again, the ball pressure, forcing that turnover. Georgia, watch him in this half-court set, looking to execute with really good offense.
Georgia in control here the last 10-12 minutes of this game. After a slow start. Newell with the hammer.
Wow. SEC challenge, 7-7, a tie. So it's all about who can see that they can prove their conference dominant.
You know, I mean, you played an SEC Big East challenge in back of the day. Asa Newell, by the way. Lawrence bounces it to Newell, goes up with the right, and pinballs out. Relentless underneath. Game without their all-conference playmaker and leading scorer Marcus Burton. And it's been 4 games, Richard, against really difficult competition. Newell spins and scores it off the more to come. Tonight, tomorrow, the women's tournament starts tomorrow at 5. Newell looking for another basket, just relentless. He's got a 20.
Great job, Uokeji, keeping that ball alive. Borio 3-ball, too strong. Godfrey, a tenacious rebounder.
Big time rebound. Georgia's done a good job of keeping Jacksonville's half-court offense basically outside between the wings and the corner.
Asa Newell flying in with the left hand, the southpaw.
Of his game as far as he wants to take it.
There he is, right on cue. Asa Newell with a breakaway.
Puts that chin up.
Good. Arias, 8 points off the bench. Another good piece for these Dolphins.
Great move there from Arias. Scary thing about that one was Santos Cyril could have grabbed it out the air, but decided not to there at the end.
Look at Newell maneuvering and finishing. Back Will for Donovan Rivers. Had a lot of bodies in there. And I'm loving Bell attacking the rim.
Yeah, quietly. Jacksonville playing really well here in the second half. Turned it on offensively.
Newell's banker will go. That's a tough shot. I love the way that Bell's been able to attack the rim. I think Munson's played well. Dresgeach coming back the other way for Georgia. 4.5 to go. They jump into that double. Here's R.J. Godfrey. Big part of that great Clemson team from a year ago. Lob for Newell. He'll finish. Boy, his hands.
There's Asa Newell. Shot clock to 2. Lawrence short on that 3-point attempt, but they get it back. And Newell cleans it up. Boy, that wasn't a pretty possession.
Which ain't showing.
4 turnovers either way. No team's been able to build any kind of a lead here in the first 10.5 minutes. 27 possessions, and it's either been tied or a 1-possession game each time. Hey, Newell to the rim. You want to see more of that.
But the defense to help create offense for them.
Lawrence going to beat that pressure himself, but takes a good 7 seconds off the shot clock.
Yep. Cameron Lawrence, transfer from Vanderbilt. Graduate.
And there's Newell inside. Lawrence able to chase it down. Now drives, bumped, Newell, board, put back.
Yeah. That did against them, so it's frustrating. But just play. Don't complain.
Well, Georgia really, they could be up maybe 8, 10, 12 points if not for turnovers. They have 9 of them. And they're also minus 11 at the free throw line.
Yep. Credit the defense by St. John's. They play good D.
Newell for 3. Oh, boy, all net.
That shot was not in the Bahamas. That was shot from Bermuda. That was way out. Different island. Scott is not in his rhythm. He hasn't touched it much. So he got anxious and took a shot even out of his range.
Oh, LeFew, a couple of spins, and then the dish for Newell. But Newell with the steal himself, and he gets it right back.
Big dog throws it down.
Corner 3. And again off the mark. Ahead to Newell. Contacted. They'll count it.
Easy look for Lawrence down there. Now the trap in the corner and a turnover. This is Newell. Asa Newell all the way. Going, what in the world are we supposed to do? That is great news, by the way. Cam Jones right back on the floor for Marquette. Newell off the inbound, up and good. Oh, and it's a turnover. Marquette took it away. Kane got a piece to it. Ross was trying to drop the hammer.
Careless pass by LeFew.
Newell on the other end.
That's his 5th on the year.
That's strong. Finally got some rim protectors in there. It's been a while.
Turnover at Georgia with numbers. Demery gets cut off. Kane fakes a 3. That is the second time Alabama A&M's played really good transition D.
They're fast. We need to get down to 4. Another mismatch inside.
High-low, and Georgia wanted the goaltend and a late whistle, so score that one for. And a steal by Silas Demery. Georgia with numbers. LeFew off the bench misses, but there's Newell. How about the freshman running the floor? Bouncing out high, it's E.J. Greer. He'll fire a 3. That one a little too strong, and the rebound tipped down to Demery. Coor couldn't control it. Georgia's got the ball at a 13-point lead. Here's Newell. Newell through traffic with a good finish. That's good, and that was a shot sorely needed by the Bulldogs from Mobile. Asa Newell the other end for a 2-hander.
Funky's been in the start of the season shooting the 3.
And 9 different Georgia players scoring, and another takeaway. Who wants it? It's Asa Newell. Tomahawk jam. I feel like, and we saw Godfrey last home game have 21 and 12. It's Kane right on cue. Can't finish that one. It's R.J. Godfrey. Great pass underneath, and Newell off the window. Right hand this time. So Georgia with the starting 5 in the game. Really had a great week last week, beating North Florida and Tech. They get that North Florida team one on the flats and one at South Carolina. Asa Newell for 3. Good! And the fresh.
I try to call for an off-ball screen.
It's stolen away by Newell. He's got the launch codes and a dunk. Asa Newell. Georgia Tech would be in real trouble. Looking for dunk on the alley-oop, and it's picked off by Newell.
LeFew had 11 out of 22 from beyond the arc coming into this.
Newell count the basket.
And of course, I showed up in 1987, had a great 3-year run, go have a solid NBA career, then come back, finish school, I never retired, and I'm working for time.
What was that like? Finishing a degree.
It was tough.
There's no handouts at Georgia Tech.
No,
man. You got to earn those stripes.
You got to earn. You got to go to class. So, doing the undergrad and the master at the same time was challenging, but when you lock in, put in the work, everything like tonight was worth it.
Here's a Newell, big dunk to begin this. Kick out. Demery couldn't handle the pass. Tough hanging shot. No. Dogs the rebound, and Newell with the jam. George lofts it down to Tongo. He goes up, can't hit it. Lawrence the rebound. 6-0 run for the Dogs over the last 3 minutes. The feet of Newell.
It's Terry doing a nice job scrambling defensively.
Nothing easy right now for either side.
No, both teams competing hard.
A three for Newell. He got it. Splash. Have no margin for error with their 4 fouls. McCollum step back three, short, and Newell wins the rebound over Dongo. Bulldogs.
And that's really where the momentum changed. You know, we said it. When McCollum went to the bench, Georgia Tech got a little stagnant offensively.
And what a throw to
Indeed. Line that. A lot of teams, you'll see there he is. Explosive second jump.
You're down 8, it feels like you're down 8. For them being down 8, it might feel more like 6. Smith misses a step back, and R.J. Godfrey zeroing in on a double-double. That's number 9 in the rebounding count.
Yeah, it's inevitable at this point. Again, that's a great comparison. This is a team. There he goes. Finally able to see one fall through the well prepared.
LeFew, the high kiss will go. What a board and finish from Asa Newell.
That's what we're used to seeing.
And that's just life for the mid-major now as LeFew misses this three-point field goal. Asa Newell, what work? Stick-to-itiveness.
I can promise you, JD, he jumped higher on the second one than the first one. Doesn't know how he does it, but he's been able to do it consistently. Helped him be very successful here in the open.
He's a high leaper and a quick leaper.
Yes, indeed.
Murphy with a nice move. Little turnaround in traffic over Newell.
Liam Murphy here in the second half. Remember, he missed most of the first half with foul trouble.
Asa Newell with a two-handed flush. Love it from Oriole. He's got 14. All right, so Mark, let's talk about this. Murphy with 19, Oriole with 14 off the bench. The big gun starters have been held in check, but when you look for those silver linings on a tough night, just great scoring for this team up and down the lineup.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's a big, big plus when you walk out of this game, see what you got at the end of the day.
Asa Newell, little baby hook, and the southpaws also over there. They're trying to work it inside. Hunter with a little baby hook. That's too strong. And here's Blue Cane coming back the other way. Dogs haven't made a field goal yet. It's 4-3 Texas Southern. Demery getting to the iron again. And there's the finish from the 5.
That's his second one. Just a phenomenal finish. He does a great job of getting it up high.
Cyril. Kane. Under 6 to play in the first. Georgia by 11. Lawrence. Back for Kane. 10 to shoot. Asa Newell up strong to finish and the foul. Upside.
Yeah, he has tremendous upside. One of the best passers, if not the best passer on the roster. Tremendous vision, ability to make plays. He's just going to have to continue to adjust to the speed of the game. Look at that catch. And again, the right hand. And again, that you don't, beat an opponent you're supposed to. You got to go get one from a tier 1 to tier 2.
Right.
You got to go steal one on the road. And it becomes, literally an algorithm, so to speak, from there.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I think just as a fan, you feel more nervy when your team, well, this is a game we're supposed to win. There's a lob for Newell and a two-hand jam.
Contest at the rim. That's going to be a 50-50 call for a referee. So you got to make all your fouls legitimate. There are going to be some times where you got to really, really focus on going vertical, and Texas Southern just hadn't been able to do that today.
So McLean's got 13. He and Hunter combined have 29. Love his game. I mean, those kids, you got to think they're going to be all swag this year. And there's another dunk from Newell. Advantage, and it'll be Ola Ajiboye out of Chicago jumping for Tennessee Tech, and Newell for Georgia. The Dogs control the tip, and away we go here in the 24-25 campaign. Godfrey over to Lawrence on the right side. There's Katie. He's trimmed the hair up, Slime.
Looking good.
Here's Lawrence back to Katie. Had the ponytail last year. Godfrey, he is built like his father, no doubt. Here's Newell on the left low block. Nifty move. I love the way he's such a great competitor. See if Tennessee Tech can extend this lead. It's Layton for 3. That one won't go. And how about Lawrence? He's a good rebounding guard.
He really is.
There's Lawrence for Newell. And Georgia subbing in with Dakota LeFew, who Sloan mentioned earlier. Great player at Mount St. Mary's. A spin move. Kane has to pass it off. Good head fake, and Newell with the finish. There's Seth. I love the look of the new court there with the Bulldog logo over the Power G. Dogs transition game. It's Newell leading the way. The big step and a monster slam. Ajiboye didn't finish. Tennessee Tech gave 2-1 there. The lefty triple no good. Newell up high for the board. The turn fake good with the left hand. Certainly have a huge impact. Egbenewe no good. Georgia back the other way with LeFew. Here's Lawrence, back to LeFew. Bulldogs lead by 5. Newell, left of the circle. LeFew, oh, nice little give and go. Newell uses the window.
To have ball movement.
And good ball movement there. Lawrence drives in, can't finish, but Newell going to get the board and the bucket, the old stat.
You can see him. He's just really building confidence in himself. He's transferring to the defensive end, too. He's really getting after it defensively.
There's Godfrey for the Bulldogs to LeFew. Little give and go. Godfrey, beautiful feed. Newell with another dunk.
In the Omni. But, yeah, Bo Ellis for Marquette in those great uniforms, wearing those shirt tails out, right? I think he may even designed them. But what a great team. But Newell's a lot of body build like him.
Kane with the alley-oop. Newell
burned on a three-point shot. He stayed home. Easy backdoor play.
And Kane cannot answer for Georgia, but Asa Newell can. Another two-handed fist.
Spacing away. Gets the open shot.
LeFew for Godfrey. It won't go down, but there's Newell with the finish, and he's got 20.
Lawrence right there being patient, running the show, finding the guy with a hot hand.
Now turnover. So it looked like Cameron had given the Golden Eagles a lead. Now it's Georgia by 5 and with the ball. Lawrence trying to get it to Cyril, but it's Newell from the foul line. The floater's good. How quick. They've got 26 made buckets, 9 threes. Asa Newell, the finish with the left hand. What a position 4-on-4. And it's Demery with the drive. Newell with the finish. He's got 26.